very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Let us begin.
All right, welcome my YouTube family. Professor Vincent Watkins here with you again. Thank you for joining the lecture. Please make sure you subscribe, share, hit the notification button so you can see our new videos. Now, remember, this is a YouTube channel for men, ages 18 to 80. We discuss various topics such as fashion, the criminal justice system, and male psychology from an intellectual standpoint, right? Now, today, we are filming my lecture at Nelson University, my criminal justice lecture. Today's topic, you're gonna love it, I promise you. We're going to discuss the amendments, understanding your amendments. We're going to focus on some cases. We're gonna talk about the First Amendment, the Second, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, the Eighth, the 14th, and a special surprise, so you make sure you stay to the end. We're going to discuss the difference between police contact, an investigatory stop, also known as a Terry stop, and an arrest, and the three legal components that are needed in each aspect. We're going to talk about a multitude of information. So please stay tuned, join us, make sure you have fun, hit that notification button, subscribe so you can receive our new videos. Talk to you soon. All right, team, so today, very important lecture, very important. We're going to talk about a couple of different things. We're going to talk about the amendments, and we're going to talk about Terry versus Ohio, Mapp versus Ohio. So today's class is really focused on knowing your rights, knowing your rights. And you guys know how we do on Wednesday. It's a pretty heavy lecture day, but also like to solicit your input and your feedback. So, first and foremost, can you film a police officer doing their job? If a police officer is outside pulling Calvin over, Justin, you're driving your car, you're like, man, that's really weird. Can you stop and film a police officer interaction arresting Calvin?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Okay, they're recording us, so we can record them. There's an amendment. Welcome, Trent. There's an amendment that protects you guys from filming police officers. There's an amendment that says I can film a police officer. Which one is that? First, thank you. First Amendment. First Amendment allows you freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom to petition the government, freedom of religion, and to that point, freedom of speech. And so remember, the Constitution was created in 1776. So Ms. Brown, from 1776 to 2026, that's over 250 years old. So that amendment is a very fluid document. So Justin, you are correct. The First Amendment allows you to film a police officer, gives you freedom of speech, gives you freedom to protest, gives you freedom to assemble. Now, to that point, Justin, here's a little caveat with that. I don't want you guys to get in trouble. If Ms. Brown is a police officer and she's arresting Calvin and she says, I need you to back up, you have to back up. You cannot restrict or impede an arrest. If she gives you a lawful command to step back, you have to do that because we don't want to have any issues. Now, here's what gets me upset, Trent, and this is why I want to empower you guys. Here's what really gets me upset. And I've seen this several times when police officers catch you filming them. Like, I'm doing my job, I see you filming me. I would yell at you, put your camera away, you can't film me. That's why we're having this class. That's why I don't want you to be bullied into saying you can't film me when you can. Don't be intimidated. So you have the constitutional right. All right. Let's switch gears a little bit. Fourth Amendment. This is, Trent, you're my OG. Justin, you're my OG. You guys know this is no doubt my favorite amendment. What's the Fourth Amendment? Fourth Amendment. What is it?
Illegal search and seizures.
What is it?
Illegal search and seizures.
Illegal search and seizures? What about illegal search and seizures?
It says says a search warrant should contain the date and the item to be seen, date signed by a judge.
Okay, good start. Even more basic than that. Fourth Amendment, what does it protect you from? These are all, the amendments that we're talking about, these are all protections. What does the Fourth Amendment protect you from? Justin's on point. The Fourth Amendment, Ms. Brown, Calvin, my friend, it protects you from illegal searches and seizures. Illegal searches and seizures. Here's what that means. Mapp versus Ohio. Well, let's go with Terry versus Ohio. He was stopped. He was frisked. He was frisked. He was stopped. That is considered a seizure. He was seized. The Supreme Court said that was okay because he clearly articulated why he stopped the individual and why he was seized. Fourth Amendment protects you from illegal searches and seizures. So the search, to your point earlier, Trent, if I'm going to search your house, I need a search warrant. The search warrant should be signed by a judge. It should have the details, the date, place to be searched, items to be seized. So if someone walks into your house with a search warrant and they say, hey, we're looking for a .38 caliber pistol in the bedroom drawer, somebody snitched on you. All right, and so because they know exactly what they're looking for, or maybe there's surveillance. So to be searched, you have to have a search warrant, signed by a judge, date. How many here saw that movie Training Day? You want to see Training Day? You remember that scene in Training Day where Lonzo walked into the lady's house? Her real name is Macy Gray. I don't know what her. He walked into her house. He said, hey, I have a search warrant. I need to search your house. He gave her a sheet of paper. Right, he gave her a sheet of paper. He said, I have a search warrant. She's like, okay, come in. He went through the house, searched everything. She said, hey, I want to see that warrant. It was too late after. It was too late by that time. But the point is, he gave her a sheet of paper, and what was it? Chinese menu. So warrant, if you're being searched, you need a warrant. Now, let me ask you a question. Ms. Brown, if you're driving and I pull you over for speeding, you're very professional, very courteous, we're having a great conversation. Oh. We're having a great conversation. I say, Ms. Brown, can I search your car? What would you tell me? No? Would you let me search your car? Yeah? My man. Let me, I can search your car, right, Calvin? No problem. So, Calvin let me search his car. I just asked. He gave me what? Permission. Calvin gave me permission. He gave me consent to search his car. All I had to do was ask. I didn't need a search warrant or anything. He gave me consent. I'm searching your car. Everything's good. Oh, I find a bag of cocaine in his car. Is that a problem? Yeah, that's a huge problem. I found a bag of cocaine in his car. Was the search good? Yeah. Search was good. Search is good. You gave me consent. I found a bag of cocaine in your car. Even though you don't do drugs, you're a star athlete, you're a star basketball player. How many points do you score? How many points you averaged this year? Okay, over 10? Yeah, over 10. Let's say 20, because you're a superstar. Averaging 20 points a game. I found a bag of cocaine in his car because he gave me consent. Unbeknownst to Calvin, he borrowed one of his teammates' car. And his teammate picked up a friend. And the friend was a druggie. So his friend dropped a bag of cocaine in the car. Calvin used his friend's car. He gave me consent. I searched your car. you're in jail just because you gave him consent. Everything is good, legit, and cool because he gave me consent. Bless you. Ms. Brown, why didn't you give me consent? Why couldn't I search your car?
Because anything can happen, even if I have nothing. But,
I can't hear. What'd you say?
I said anything can happen. You can have nothing, but you never know what could be in there or whatever.
Well, so anything can happen, right? Like I just did. Like a bag of cocaine can fall out your car. Or if I'm a dirty police officer, I can plant something because when you give me consent, I'm in your car. I'm in your car, you gave me consent. So never give consent. Your Fourth Amendment protects you against illegal search and seizures, and the only time a person can search your vehicle or your home, you give consent, search warrant, or exigent circumstances. Exigent circumstances, basically, I enter your home because I'm chasing a felon. He has a gun. He ran through your home. I have to chase him, so I'm entering your car. Exigent circumstances, I'm at your door. I hear someone being stabbed, and they're yelling, he's killing me. So at that point as well. Hey, boom.
Hello.
This is not normal. Most of my students are here on time, but boom. So, Fourth Amendment. Now, the two cases that we want to talk about, Terry versus Ohio, stop and frisk, Mapp versus Ohio. That was a situation where police officers arrived at Mrs. Mapp's house. They did not have a search warrant. She did not give them access to her home, and they entered anyway. The court said you can't enter someone's home without a search warrant. All right. Let's switch gears just a little bit, Police contact. Police contact. It's a consensual encounter. Voluntary interaction between a police officer and a citizen. If Justin's walking down the street, police contact. You're walking down the street, I engage you as a police officer. I ask you, hey, where are you going? How's everything going? That's cool, that's legit. With a police contact, the first thing you always want to ask, am I free to leave? With a simple police contact, you are free to leave. You are not required to answer any questions. The officer does not need reasonable suspicion or probable cause. No Miranda rights are required. Example, an officer approaches you in a parking lot and asks, hey, did you see anything unusual around here? You say no and walk away. Police contact is probably the easiest way people get in the bind legally because they assume they have to answer questions. A police can just walk up to you, ask questions, make contact with you. It's no different than, if Trent and I walk, I see Trent on campus, say, hey man, how's everything going? We talk. Police contact is the most, think about this as a police contact. It is the most basic investigatory stop that a police officer has at their disposal. You don't need a warrant, you don't need reasonable suspicion, you don't need anything. We're just having a conversation. Remember that, please, police contact. Legal standard, no legal justification is required because the encounter is, please remember this. Please write this down. Police contact is completely voluntary. No legal standard. Police contact is completely voluntary. All right. So if a police contact is completely voluntary, that's the basic standard. That's level 1. Level 2. Detainment, investigatory stop, Terry stop. Detainment, the detainment aspect correlates with the Terry stop. Remember with the Terry stop we talked about. The Terry stop was the pat, stop and frisk. And here's a general overview of the Terry case so you guys have a clear understanding. 1969, there were 3 individuals in front of a store. It was late at night. The officer, I think his name was actually Officer McFadden, he's walking this beat. He's walking down the street. He's walking. He sees something strange. He sees strange activity. The individuals didn't look strange. Their activities looked strange, Mr. Parker. It was late at night. They're looking inside the store. They step away. They look inside. They step away. Someone enters the store. He leaves, and they have a conversation around the corner. Is that suspicious activity? Yeah, that's suspicious activity. That is suspicious activity. Let's say the store closed at 10 o'clock. It's 9:45. 3 individuals are looking inside the window. They're having a conversation. One individual walks in. He walks out. They step around the corner. They have a conversation. That is extremely suspicious activity. Definition of a Terry stop: a temporary seizure of a person based on suspicious criminal activity. Fourth Amendment. It's a temporary seizure of suspicious criminal activity. Let's take it a step further. Let's have a different scenario. Basketball game here on campus, 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., where should everyone be located at 7 p.m.? Justin, thank you, my friend. 7 p.m., everyone should be in the gym watching Calvin dunk from the free throw line. He's averaging 20 points. Everyone wants to see Calvin, right? 20 points a game, 7 p.m. Everyone is in the gym. You got people waiting outside to get in the gym. It's packed house. There are 2 individuals in the parking lot with their hands in their pocket, with black hoodies on, walking through the parking lot looking inside cars. Is that suspicious activity? Yeah. If the totality of circumstances, 7 o'clock, everyone should be in the game. We have these individuals with their hands in their pocket, walking through the parking lot, dark clothing, looking inside clothes. That's very suspicious activity. That is enough for a Terry stop. That is enough for a temporary seizure of a person based on their activity. Now, the court case, obviously Terry versus Ohio. Whenever we talk about a case, whenever I give you guys information, I will give you the case, and I will also give you the amendment. Any tea drinkers in here? Tea drinkers? You? No? No tea drinkers? All right. No tea? No one drinks tea in here?
You got tea today?
Yeah.
I drink tea here and
There are times when I have, so this is my green tea. I have lemon, honey, and sugar. Sometimes it's too sweet. Sometimes it's not sweet enough. Sometimes it's too tart. There are times, Justin, when everything is perfect. And this is that time. This is a perfect cup of tea. I'm very excited right now. All right. Here's the key about the Terry stop, detainment. So let's refer to it as detainment. You're detained. So the first one, what was the first one? What's the first one? What was the first stop? The first one was police contact. Super basic, police contact. You can leave, you don't have to answer questions. Police officers, they don't need legal, there's nothing legal about it, it's good. Police contact. The second, detainment. The second, detainment, you're not free to leave. It is a temporary and limited in scope. The officer must have reasonable suspicion that a crime is occurring, is about to occur. The officer may conduct a pat-down frisk if they reasonably believe you are armed and dangerous. So when you're detained, it's an investigatory stop. You're not free to leave when you're detained. It's based on reasonable suspicion. of a crime. Here is a very, very critical element, Mr. Parker. A police officer can conduct a pat-down of your outer garments, specifically looking for a weapon. They cannot enter your pockets, Calvin. They cannot they cannot go inside your bag. It is a pat-down looking for a weapon based on suspicious criminal activity, and this is tied into the Fourth Amendment, search, seizure, related to Terry versus Ohio. That is the court case. The amendment is the Fourth Amendment. So, detainment, investigatory stop, you're not free to leave, pat down, search, I can't go inside your pockets, I need reasonable suspicion, and I have to clearly articulate that. Now, before we hop into number 3, legal standard, reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion is lower than probable cause. Here's the difference. Reasonable suspicion, more likely than not, a crime has occurred, it may occur, or has just occurred. Reasonable suspicion. You can clearly articulate why you stopped that person. It's dark, late at night, the store is closing, they're wearing dark clothes, they're looking inside cars, there's a series of reasonable suspicion. Probable cause is a series of facts that crime has occurred. For example, police officer walks up to you and he's conducting a search near a car, the glass is broke, shattered, and in your pocket he can see a little bit of a weapon or a blunt instrument. Glass is shattered, blunt instrument, and maybe you have a cut on your finger. Those are a series of facts that a reasonable person believe you probably, more likely than not, you just smashed this window. Glass, cut, bulge, right? All right, here is the next standard. The next standard. An arrest, taking a person into custody for the purpose of charging them with a crime. Contact, we have a conversation. Detainment, contact, conversation, you can leave. Detainment, it's an investigatory stop, you cannot leave. Pat down search, looking for weapons. Reasonable suspicion, that's tied to Terry versus Ohio case. The arrest, taking a person into custody for charging with a crime. Key characteristics, you are in custody, you are not free to leave, you may be handcuffed. You are typically transported to a police station or jail. Charges may be filed. Miranda warnings are required before custodial interrogation, not automatically in the moment of arrest. Your Miranda warnings are required before custodial interrogation. I have to read you your Miranda rights. What's the first part of the Miranda rights? Please, 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 please remember this. If you want to help your lawyer out, remember the first part of Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment, right to remain silent. No self-incrimination. Everything is connected. You have the right to remain silent. That is your Fifth Amendment protection. You remain silent. You don't say anything. Legal standard is probable cause. It's higher than reasonable suspicion. Probable cause is higher than reasonable suspicion. And as you guys are taking notes, if you miss anything, don't worry about it. I'm going to place this on the slide anyway, and it'll be a lot larger for you guys. Example, officer witnesses someone shoplifting or has a strong evidence linking them to a burglary. the officer places them in handcuffs and transports them to jail. All right. Green tea. My wife has this lemon ginger tea. Oh, it's so good.
Have you tried hibiscus tea?
Yeah, that's good too. I haven't had a tea I didn't like. We're so fortunate, man. We have a lemon tree in the backyard, a little fresh lemon, some honey. Oh man. The coffee, man. I'm trying to kick the coffee habit, but there's so many benefits with the coffee, man. Like, I drink it black. Drink it black. Straight black, man. Because when you put the cream and the sugar in there, that's when it takes away from the benefits. All right, before we take a look at this comparison chart, all right, comparison chart. And again, I'm going to post this. I know it's small, but let's see. Trent, why didn't you tell me? I could have just blew it up 2 minutes ago, like freaking 40 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm 55 years old, man, so with technology, if I forget something, just say, Professor Watkins, just blow it up. I would have did. Yeah, 55. Thanks, man. I look young because I'm short. Being short makes you look young, man. I finally won in life, man. I got full head of hair. All my friends that are 55, they can barely walk, they're bald. I won, finally. When I was in high school, man, everybody, I'm like, man, the girls were taller than me. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is? Yeah. But here, okay.
Everybody loves Trent, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. You gotta have personality, something.
Yeah.
Life is not fair. Life's not fair. My dad was 6 feet tall. I know, right? And I look just like him. He could have passed me something. Give me something, man, like height, something. Man, life's not fair, man. All right, quick comparison chart. Police contact, free leave, yes. Legal standard, none. Length, brief. Purpose, information gathering. Boom. Detainment, you're not free to leave. Reasonable suspicion. Temporary, it's an investigate suspected crime. Arrest, you're not free to leave. Probable cause, extended criminal prosecution. So with all three, the one question you want to ask, what's the one question you should ask if a police officer arrests you? No. If a police officer detains you or has police contact, what's the one question you should probably ask? Am I free to leave? Because if you're not free to leave, you pretty much know, oh crap. Huh?
There's something going on.
Yeah, if you can't leave, you fall in these two categories. The first thing I want to know, am I free to leave? If you're free to leave, get the hell out of here. Don't stick around asking questions, Don't be like, hey, look at that car. Just get out of here. Don't ask any questions. If you are detained, if you're arrested, what should you automatically do? Which amendment should you invoke? The 5th, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. They're going to say, hey, give me your side of the story. Call you, that's it, Trent. They're going to ask, they're going to, hey man, where were you? What color is your car? It's blue? Oh, okay. Now in their mind, you tell them you have a blue car, you just give them a tremendous amount of information, because what if they're looking for a blue car? Hey man, what time were you at the, keep your mouth shut. Why this matters, especially in criminal justice. Why does this matter? Fourth Amendment, the seizure, liability issues, officers blur the lines. All right. Before I switch gears back to the amendments, what questions do you have? What questions do you guys have? No, you're good. If I had my glove on, I would have snatched it off. What questions do you guys have? None? Okay, all right. Sixth Amendment. Sixth Amendment, right to fair and speedy trial, right to counsel. Eighth Amendment. The Eighth Amendment protects you against cruel and unusual punishment. And this is a caveat, what most people don't remember. No excessive bail. If Ms. Brown is caught shoplifting, the courts cannot impose bail of $100,000 for shoplifting. That's excessive bail. No cruel and unusual punishment or excessive bail. 14th Amendment brings everything together. Due process. So the 14th Amendment brings everything together. Due process. Due process. First, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth, 14th. Constitutional rights. Protections under the law. And we're good. Criminal Justice 101, man. Criminal Justice 101. All right, takeaway from today. Takeaway. What you got? Takeaway. Takeaway. Don't answer questions. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. All right, team. You guys want to go a little early? He's good. All right. I see you guys Friday.